back to Basic IT Skills. So today we're going to talk about Word and how to use it. We're going to talk about the different features in Word. Now we're not going to go in depth. We're just going to do basic things that you would need to do just to open up Word, create some text, change some color, maybe adjust the font, and add some bullet points. So that's all it's going to be. It's not going to be anything too high tech, so anybody can really do what we're about to do today. Now, just to let you know, Word is not free. It does cost money. You have to buy it with Microsoft Office Professional, and once you do buy it, you can upload it to your machine. When you do buy a new computer, sometimes they will add it there just for like a 30-day trial, and then after the end of it, it's going to ask you to buy it. So whatever which way you go, you will need to purchase Word, just to let you know. So we'll go ahead and get started. Again, as you can see, Word is on my desktop. I'm going to go ahead and double click on it. Okay, and there it is. The Word just opened up for me. Now, you would see just some basic options when you first open it up. We have, our home, new, open, blank. And there's a little tour about how to use Word. I recommend, if you've never used Word before, to use it, to go through that and just kind of, again, it's going to show you more in depth in this video. Today, we're just going to talk about how to create a Word document, what little things that you could do for your Word document. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. All right, we're going to go ahead and hit blank document. And so you're going to get a piece of white paper, just like if you were to get at a notebook or something like that. Now, don't worry about all these different tabs, menu bars, different options. We are going to go through a little bit, but right now we're just going to focus on just how to get started. Okay, so let's go and start typing. You got your keyboard. I'm going to do hello, you too. This is a Word document video on how to create a Word document. Let's get started. So as you can tell, I was trying to mess up some stuff, but the spell check did catch it. So I'm just going to kind of explain to you what I was trying to do. So as you can see, YouTube is misspelled, and it let me know that it's misspelled. Okay. Now to fix it, I could just say, oh, I know it. I can just gonna I can bring back the cursor here, or I can wipe it out, and basically, I can delete it and just start typing again. Or you can actually right-click, and it'll tell you actually the correct spelling. So there you go. Hello, YouTube is fixed. So this is a Word document on how to create a Word document. Let's get started. Now I was trying to misspell started just to kind of give you an idea. Okay, so there we go. So spell check is pretty powerful. It will actually adjust it as you're going through the document. And so, just to let you know. For example, here's another one, right? Now it's saying that there's something wrong. Now it's not major, which means it's not a misspelling, but there is something wrong with it. So we can right click, and it's telling you, oh, you know what, you should use let's with apostrophe S. Now, if for some reason you spelt your word the way you want it, and it's still bringing you up, let's say a red or a blue, you can actually right click and ignore. Okay, so I was able to get the started spelled incorrectly, and that was my plan. Now, to get it, to see the correct spelling, now again, you could just say, oh, I misspelled start, I'm going to put an A there. Go ahead and change that, and you're good to go. But let's say it was a longer word, and you're just kind of confused, like, wait a second, did I misspell something? You actually right-click, and it's going to give you some options here. So it started, saturated, storied. So we know we were trying to say, let's get started. So I'm going to click on that, and it basically will put it in for you. Again, if you like your word, you can ignore it. You can. Okay. So now we're going to talk about using font, format, size, bullet points, and even changing the color. Okay, so let's say right now I want to change the font. I can come up here and select the different options I have. Okay. If you're using Word for the first time, don't worry, you're not going to have this recently used font. But if you are, it's just going to give you all the list of different fonts available, and you can even download some if for some reason you don't have it. Okay, so let's say we want to change this bottom one right here, different font. We'll go here, and again, I can scroll down all the way looking. As you can tell, as I scroll down, it changes it for you, so you can see which one you like. Let's get started. But we're going to use Times Roman. And again, you might have to scroll all the way down to the T's, okay? So we'll go ahead and get that. So now, as you can tell, this one is still the old way, the old font. And this is now the new font. Now, let's say I want to change the size. I can go ahead and right-click. Now, you could do the size right in from here, which just gives you a little mini axis toolbar. Or you can do it either way, it doesn't matter, okay? So we're just going to use this one. So we'll go ahead and change that to 20. Now let's say I want to change the color. I want to change this. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight. And how to do that is you're going to right click. You're going to left click and just go over what you want to change the color. So as you see, I don't want to change the period. I just want to change the word color. So I'm going to stick in there. Alright, that. We're going to go up here. So this is basically saying you want to change the color of the font. Go ahead and click down here and we'll make it red. And now we're good. Alright, so we just changed the font, the format. We changed the font and even the color. Now let's say you want to change the format, okay? So I can do this. This is changing the format of the Word document. All right, there we go. What's wrong? We have an issue here. So let's go ahead here. What does it try? And it knows exactly what it wanted me to do. So how you do that? So you can select, again, you can highlight this whole thing, and up on here under your paragraph section, you can change it and you just moved it in the middle. And then if you continue to type, it's going to keep bringing it down. All right, so again, we misspelled, so we're going to right click, change it. This is changing the color. Now, when would you really use this? I mean, if you're going in one specific way on your text, you're not going to change it in the middle. But let's say you wanted to have a title. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to give us a couple of spaces. This is a word. How to. So I go ahead and select that. Move it in the middle. I can change the size. I can change the font. Now it's saying, hey, there's something wrong here. We can right click, see what it wants. It wants me to lowercase it. So again, you don't have to. If like you just want to keep it however you did, but it will give you some options. Okay, so now we just added a title. Hello YouTube. This is a Word document video on how to create a Word document. Let's get started. So basically, we just added a title. We changed the font. We changed our size. We changed the format. And we even changed the color of Word. Now let's say I want to add a bullet point. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go back. So this will bring you back to the normal. Why would you use a bullet point? Well, let's say I had a list of cars. List of cars I like. So let's say Ford, Honda, and BMW, right? Now what I could do, I can highlight over these. I can come up to this, and this is my little bullet point. So again, this is under the paragraph section. I go ahead and drop down and I select which one I want. Okay, whatever you want to do. So you go fancy, I'm just gonna go plain. And now I just create a bullet point. So as you can tell, it indents it for you, it brings it over. Another thing about bullet points is you can actually go under the bullet point and add as much more information. So for example, I can go down the next line, I can tab over, and let's say Ford Mustang. Now it's still, as you can see, it's lining up, and I'm going to tab over, red, and as you can see, I just gave it a whole category on itself. So let's say I was doing a presentation about cars, I could say, okay, the manufacturer is Ford. I could say the make is, or the model is Mustang, the color, the coupe, and you can keep doing that and it will keep adding different bullet points for you. To get out of the bullet point, you just have backspace. It'll take you back to the normal. Then the bullet point has been removed. Okay, so I could say list of food groups. And just play with it. Just have fun. Okay, let's see if you remember, if I want to make these into bullet point, how would you do it? Go ahead and try doing it before I run it. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do it together. So I'm going to highlight, select the bullet point up here, or I can even do number. Numbering is pretty cool. You can change, and it tells you, as you can see, there's a live preview of how things are going to look. So let's go ahead and use that. And let's say if I wanted to do this. And again, you can do the different bullet point. Okay, this is it. I mean, we just were able to create a Word document. We saw how to open it. We saw how to change the font, the format, the size. We added bullet points. We even changed the color. Play around with it. If you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to send it to me. But that's it. I mean, again, there are more and more features of Word. But again, this was just the basic. This was just to let us know how to use little features we wanted to be. Just wanted to get in there, write a quick letter, send it, and there you go. Okay, so we're done with our Word document. Now we need to save it. So let's go ahead and get this document saved so we don't lose it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and hit our file. We're going to click Save As. So we're going to get this window. We want to put on our desktop. As you can tell, it's giving us my computer desktop. Here's what's on my desktop. There's only one folder. The file name is going to usually take the file name of your title. But again, you can change this to anything you want. You can get rid of it. You can keep it. So it just depends on how you want to do that. Okay. Then you're basically going to go ahead and hit save. That's it. It saved it. And to put it on your desktop, as you can see, it's right there now. And you're all done. Thank you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, please like, leave a comment if you have any questions regarding what you saw, and I will see you in the next video. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.